and then the lemonade recovery, and then the orangeade recovery. That's my Mount Rushmore of Rockstar. One regular-ish Rockstar, and then the rest are all Rockstar recoveries, and they're all some form of a lemonade.
Yeah.
That's the best, in my opinion.
I think for me, definitely the strawberry lemonade. I love the strawberry lemonade.
I don't think I've actually had one.
Really?
Actually, wait, no. I'd like to change one of mine. The
Okay.
new Pina Colada from Rockstar Boom.
I have not tried that.
It is absolute. This might be a bit. I'm not sure. Heresy on the desk.
You're gonna get flamed for this.
Mucho Loco.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
The other drinks company that's extremely famous that has an M. Their loco one that's all like fruity and tropical and whatnot. The blue can.
I have never drank a competitor's drink that starts with an M. I don't like them.
You know, that's fair enough, but that way back in the day, when I say way back in the day when I was 14 years old and just got introduced to energy drinks, that's what I used to drink. And the Pina Colada one is even better than that.
Gotcha. I've always been a funny animal with wings drinker until I came here.
Okay.
And then Rockstar has my heart. I can't lie.
Rockstar's had my heart since I've been on campus for the last few years. It's not a drink I knew existed before I came to this campus, to be 100% honest. But it is fantastic. They have fantastic flavors. It is all across campus in every single vending machine, even in the CSU.
And in the gym.
And in the gym.
Fun
Shelburne?
fact.
Not Shelburne. Rec.
Yeah,
Auto Rec.
Auto Rec Center.
Auto Rec Center. You know, absolutely fantastic. All of them. And if you're not an energy drink guy, or if you don't want that much caffeine, grab a bubbler. They're really good flavors, to be honest. They're absolutely fantastic.
Celsius are sleeper picks.
Those are.
I do love me a good Celsius.
Those are. And they've got, there's a new flavor.
Is there?
That is, it's in the vending machine right outside the esports arena. They've had to write it on the front of it because they don't have a picture for it just yet. But there is a new one out there that I haven't tried yet. But they're also really good with their flavors as well. As we are into map bans.
We are.
Already.
Dust 2 and Anubis are already out.
Damn, they've done their, I'd say they've done their VOD reviews, but
I think
we haven't
so.
really played much Anubis to my knowledge, but Dust 2 is not, you shouldn't be playing Dust 2 against the Mavericks.
I don't think so at all, especially with like our sniper and just how
Kareem.
insane Kareem is.
Just how much Kareem can maneuver around that map and just what he can do with an AWP is absolutely ridiculous. I want to see Nuke again this week. It was such a great map.
I love Nuke.
It is my favorite. The only thing that for me that beats Nuke is Inferno, just so I can MP9 rush apartments every single time.
I just hit Master Eagle on Nuke. That's like 2 away from Global Elite.
Dwaz has been absolutely grinding Counter-Strike. I've been trying to get this guy onto the Counter-Strike team for the last like 3 weeks now.
It might be working. And we're also repping the Nader Court merch today. So we got some CS YouTuber merch even going today on the desk. We show up.
We show up. We're chilling. We're having. We've got the vibes, you know. You know the vibes. We're chilling. It's Counter-Strike. It's hype. Mirage map number 1.
Mirage Inferno Ancient.
I like that lineup.
I think I do too. I don't know how I feel about Ancient fully. I'm gonna keep it real. So it's like in the pro play, it's amazing to watch.
Yeah.
But it's like whenever I load into the server and I see Ancient there, I'm like, oh great. Yeah.
I think it's one of those maps that is kind of what Overpass used to be. It's kind of painful to play sometimes and to learn especially, but watching people who know it really well and have practiced play it, it's an absolute beauty.
Yeah. It's kind of like what is it? The other Sandy map, Anubis.
Yeah.
Ever since they done that window change in mid, to where it's like it was a horrendously one-sided. But just because of that little mid change, it's like it's a go-to map now.
Yeah, it's been very different. There's a lot of changes. There was a movement change I saw.
Yeah, there's new animations.
The new animations and new everything. I've seen some absolutely crazy clips from that of just now for people that aren't nerds about Counter-Strike, basically, or video games in general, they changed the way, like, the full body moves. So, like, when they strafe, they're actually, like, crossing their legs when they run across.
It's like a bit of like a bob now. Instead of where it was, like, everything was the same level, there's like a slight amount of lean in the direction.
There's a bit of a lean, but it's also when, like, you're standing still and you're doing, and you're, like, not moving, like, in between animations, it's a lot more stable from what I've seen. And it's, like, you actually go up onto, like, curbs properly, and it's not like this weird, you just kind of Minecraft jump yourself up onto it. It's actually like a step now. So we'll see how that plays out in the match today. Because they haven't had much time to adjust to it. It's not like with the ammo update.
With the ammo update as well.
Yeah.
And also big news in the Counter-Strike world yesterday. Cash was released in CS2.
Cash was unleashed in CS2. That is one of those maps that I perpetually hated when I played Counter-Strike.
Okay. I was playing with my friends last night, and I said that, and I got, like, witch mobbed for this. Not necessarily.
Cash is fun as a casual map. Absolutely one of the best maps to just join. Deathmatch on Cash, best thing in the world.
I don't doubt that at all.
But actual, like, competitive games on Cash used to be painful for me, but I'm also not particularly good at Counter-Strike. So I don't feel like my input on that particular subject matter is the most relevant.
Fair.
To be honest. But we're here. We are chilling in warm-ups as the guys are getting ready. They have had a absolute stomp of the season.
100%.
They're in extremely good form week after week. They've been playing so much. We had our award ceremony as well, and both of the Counter-Strike guys got some very big, two, George and Kareem, who have done so much for this team, both as players and as just making this team happen. Kareem is the whole reason we have Karumakov as well, which I find to be insane. But there's also, I don't see, I wouldn't doubt that is absolute, like, exactly what happened. How we got him on the team. But yeah, these it's definitely our star team at the moment.
I had 100% believe that. I feel like I never see our boys, like, have an off day. I feel like they're just always at their caliber.
I think I've seen one off day, and that was just because we were playing against the strongest team in our division at that point, and it was literally the only team that could possibly beat us. And they did end up beating us, and then we beat them twice.
Nice.
Back to back. With, like, 2-0 stomps as well. So we got ours back. We got our pound of flesh.
100%.
And then some, as we just have some practice jumps here.
Yeah, with a butterfly tiger tooth.
Fits the map.
It does. That is a pretty nice glove combo. I can't lie.
It is a good glove combo. I do like the style. I did see a bunch of new gloves come out somewhat
the dead hand
recently.
terminals.
Yeah, those do look pretty good. I like the way they look. I think there's some fantastic combinations out there. My still absolute favorite is Jericho's. I think he's got, like, the best knife glove combo. If you, again, Counter-Strike streamers, Jericho's definitely up there. He's got some of the best knife glove combos I've seen ever. But nothing beats a good old Ruby.
I agree with that. Ruby, Emerald, or Sapphire. Anything in the major 3, I think.
Yeah, but again, it's major 3 for a reason. They're
100%.
supposed to be fantastic.
And then it's like, I'm gonna be. This might be a little bit of a hot take, but I think Black Pearl's overrated.
Really?
I think so too. I think the price tag for a Black Pearl is insane for, like, what a good Ruby or a good Emerald could look like.
I guess. But again, we're talking about preferences for a lot of that. I love the pinstripe weapons as well. It is probably my favorite direct line of skins to begin with. The Pinstripe USP. That is one of the most beautiful pistols in this entire game. I don't think it works as well on the AWP, but they've got some great skins.
I am intrigued to see when the next print stream weapon will come out.
That'll be an interesting one to see what they actually decide on. It would be nice. Do they have one for the M4? Either of them.
I think I know one of them does. I want to say the S.
The S. That would make sense because I feel like that skin fits that gun a lot better. But it would be, imagine getting that on the Negev.
Right.
Like just absolute meme of it all.
Oh man, Curie the Karambit game. I'm fangirling over these skins right now.
That's one of the things that's so nice about Counter-Strike is just being able to see all the different skins. Because the chances of you seeing 2 players in the match using the exact same skin are minimal.
Slim to none.
Slim to none. And what stickers people bring up.
No, right.
Because
I love a good sticker combo. I'm like, whenever a new tournament comes out, I'm ripping those like candy. I can't lie.
Yeah, it is fantastic. We have Speed Demon in chat from our Apex Legends team. They actually have, they start their Octane equivalent of Nationals this weekend, I believe, along with going to a LAN in San Antonio for NECC Div 1 Apex.
Tell Charles Barkley.
From the 17th, I believe. As very quick onto site here for the Mavericks for a 1-to-1 trade and a very quick bomb.
Very quick plan. 43 lead for the Mavericks already going into this round. Looks like they're going to be hitting through Khan here as the smoke is still down. So I feel like as soon as this goes down, there's going to be some action.
Oh, he sees the double stack and manages to get one, very surprisingly. Gets the second. Andrew failing there. 2v2 now.
He's able to get the trade. 2 pushing up. It's going to be a hard 1v2 here. And he falls even with no kit. I believe they get this.
Yeah. Very quick onto site for the Mavericks. Good to get the bomb down. But very, very well done for RMU to come back there for a very good post plant.
Agreed. Agreed. Not to hype up the enemy too much, but I will admit that was a pretty clean retake.
That was a very good retake. I feel like if Bilius was in his prime, he could have won that. If this was last semester, Bilius, absolutely he wins that. Or if he had his view model on the other side for his weapon.
Press an H real quick. Or maybe if he was just on as much caffeine as you are right now.
If anyone on that Counter-Strike team's on as much caffeine as I am right now, I'm worried.
I don't think that's crazy to say.
They are such chill gents, every single one of them, that them on the amount on this much caffeine is worrying, to be honest.
Beautiful flashes on his execute here to Fury.
Oh,
Gets hit from Cat.
Good coverage though from RMU. It does seem to be an B fake for an A plant.
I do like this. It got a decent amount of people out for the rotate. Is able to get the kill on the jungle. Smoking off ticket. Spray through the smoke. That's unfortunate.
Unfortunate, but bomb is down and they did manage to cover default plant.
True.
So we'll see what we can do. It's 2 MAC-10s and a Galil versus a full line of M4s with better util as it stands right now.
The running gun works for Bilius here as he's on a flank.
Oh, that is that's a rifle to an SMG diff right there.
100%.
So we'll see 2 very close rounds, 2 better post spawns from RMU. So we'll see what the Mavericks can do. I feel like they had the right idea.
100%.
They just take 1 or 2 bad trades as we do go to a quick tech pause from the Mavericks side. Hopefully someone's mouse is just disconnected and needs to get re-plugged in. as we do still have our sponsors scrolling down there at the bottom of the stream. One of them being Gravity Gaming, who provides us with the equipment we need down here in Wisink 121 to make sure that our players are able to perform at their absolute maximum every single day, all the time.
100%.
We're grateful for that.
And we're grateful for our other sponsor as well, GPC, as even for maybe some non-esports competitors able to stay up for our finals week coming up here, any studying that may be done, and even for anyone who stops by the Wisink 121 able to get a little caffeinated boost if you want to stop by our open play.
Caffeinated boost, a sugary boost, or just a nice refreshing drink on a warming up Minnesota.
Yeah.
You know, today's been a bit of a chilly day.
A little bit. The wind is not helping.
It is not, but for the most part, it has been a much warmer Minnesota. As a insane double kill there from Crab, and
Sullivan sprayed through the boxes there. Not much you can do. Only one deagle left for the Mavericks and Kareem here in Palace. Dinked by Crab once again. That's 3 headshots for Crab that round.
He is on an absolute tear with his stiletto knife there. What do you think? Stock gloves.
I think stiletto is a sleeper pick. I can't lie.
I like the stiletto knife in general just for what it is. And Kareem does manage to pick up an AWP here, and he does have the pinstripe.
This will be very cool to see.
So we'll see. Hopefully he can get a pick window here as very aggressive push up mid. But they're not challenging window.
They knew better, I feel like.
I think this is one of the weird things with RMU is I don't think they've actually challenged window any of the last 3 rounds.
Interesting. As Mavs already in life advantage.
Yeah, George getting a nice early kill. So we'll see what they can do as Kurimakov just trying to put some pressure there onto B sites, deciding that's not for him. So rotate round. We have had a lot of hits on A. So see what the Mavericks decide to do for the last minute 10 of this round.
100%. Definitely feeling out mid here. Maybe playing for a pick. The con lineup not hitting. So we'll see what the Mavs are able to do to adjust here.
Yeah, just falling shy of their mark. Heavy util dump here onto A as the Mavericks do pour out. You do get cleared out by Mason underneath. Ooh! Trying to hide a ninja there is Ryder, just unlucky. As we do get the bomb down once again, and we are at least in a man advantage with Bilius coming up from behind both CTs.
Man advantage here for the Mavs as they're both pushing out of ticket here. One goes down in the flank. Has no idea what hit him in the back there. Good round for the Mavs and finally on the board.
Yeah, good round for the Mavericks. We actually managed to get an execute down and we get to maintain it. I feel like we didn't trade to get the bomb down. We actually had that man advantage, which was very nice. And Solo coming up from behind there was nice because they had to fight the guys on site.
Right.
And I don't think they knew entirely where he was.
100%. I think it definitely put him in like a non-favorable position, having to not only work against the clock but work against that flank to try to get things happen. So I think that they were definitely put in a position of trying to hurry. And I think that's where the mistakes happened.
Yeah, as I think there was a little bit of team damage there on to Kareem. Nothing too bad here. This is a one-shot headshot type of game, so sometimes 2 HP means everything, sometimes 2 HP means nothing.
100%. Especially with enemies with M4s in their hands.
Yeah. It's not going to do all too much, as we are doing a similar push to last time. A few shots there through the smoke. Mason is on the other side, but Solo manages to win out that particular 1v1, and it is going to be another hit onto A here, as Crab does get Kareem, but does get traded out immediately.
On site, Instinct gets a pick. 4v2 for the Mavs. Beautiful execute here. So we'll see how this hold goes, or if they just try to call a save.
I think they're going to go for it because they have the economy enough that they can at least take another fight. And I mean, if they get a kill or two, then there's nothing wrong with that. going for the save. But Andrew looking to pressure out and maybe take away another rifle, if he can.
Would be ideal here. There's the challenge and gets one. Still knows there's one lurking around. We have one coming through Marky here to put even more pressure on, knowing that his teammate might be low. And they get all of them. So that is a clean wipe.
A nice wipe. That's going to hurt the economy of RMU here. As the Mavericks are now starting to build their own, and there is a full buy here for RMU should they want it, but they might just go for the eco.
I was like, I think because of only a few of their players being knocked down to the 2,400 mark, I think that they want everybody at a full buy instead of just like the 3 or 2 players that would be able.
Yeah, instead of getting the half eco forced buy type of situation. So they are gonna all stack tons.
The sprays come in.
They do get 3 actually before the
Fury there to set them right.
But still, it is a 2v1 with RMU doing a full eco round. So we'll see here. They seem to know where the other player is. So as long as he doesn't get any more kills, that is a lot of utility dump for 157.
100%. But hey, you never know what can happen.
You don't either. Hopefully they can recover the AWP for Kareem.
100%.
So he doesn't have to invest in another one.
Here coming through and instantly Kiri just shutting it down.
Yeah, I think Solo is running back there to pick up the AWP. He is. So that is one less buy there for Kareem. And we are still sitting standing. Now RMU will go for a full buy here.
100%. So we're going to see both teams at full caliber here. So it'll definitely be a test of skill.
Yeah, see what they can do. Crab has been on an absolute tear so far. All sticking with the M4A1Ss, which is a little bit interesting. Not trying to go all for a FAMAS or even the M4A regular.
100%. Definitely, I feel, depending on the situation, I guess, is sometimes that extra 10 bullets in the M4 comes in clutch.
It absolutely does, as Andrew gets a lovely rotate up mid there to clear out the back of B, as the Mavericks do have control of sites and are getting the bomb down.
100%. No CT players will be coming through Cat here, but always wary, making sure they check their backs. Both coming through Market. Gonna get the contact here. Bilius goes down in the insta. 2-piece for Solo. Closing out the round.
Yeah, nice coverage there for the Mavericks, making sure that the angles are all covered and clear. Andrew is the only one. He was sitting above 10k, but he did have to do some buys here for the team. So, economy on the Mavericks a little bit slippery here, as we are seeing another eco from the side of RMU.
Already knocked back down to where they were. A little bit of frustration, I feel like, could be building here.
Yeah, but that's also a bit of a yo-yo effect of where they are. You get one round with a bye, and if you don't win that, then you are back down to an eco.
Right.
But it does mean that they can still play really aggressively, and it doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
Yeah, just try to go for any picks, feel out the rounds, try to knock a little bit of the eco off from the enemy team.
Yeah, I mean, they did do a 4-man tons rush.
Right.
For their earlier eco round, which did work very well.
You can't hate it.
No.
So as we have 2 in con here, the shots coming in an instant dinked onto George. Solo getting 1 pick here. Knows where they are in. Crab with that deagle.
He is deadly.
100%. Both of those deagles in con deadly. Kareem able to check his teammates back.
Yeah, what RMU can do here is pick up the 2 guns from the people they killed and run away.
I think that's probably the most ideal play call here.
They do manage to recover one of the AKs, which I believe is on number 3 there, going all the way back.
In the TV room, it looks like. And it looks like they're both in positions to try to play for some, like, exits. as they don't want to get blown up by this bomb.
Yeah, it is going to be an abs exit for the Mavericks, so they are going to be facing off against that AK. And Bilius does win out that duel, so no guns there for the side of RMU.
Instantly shut down. Very good round for the Mavs. This is 5 straight now, I want to say.
Yeah, 5 straight. We lost the first 3. We've won every one after that. A slow start to the night for the Mavericks, but once that Mav machine is on a roll, it is very hard to stop it.
I don't doubt that whatsoever. Once our sprays are hitting and the ops are firing, I feel like it's hard to slow that down.
Yeah, that is 100% true here, as we are getting an op challenge.
Ooh, Curie just getting the rescope timing a little off there.
Yeah, almost cutting it close there, as we do finally see some different weapon buys here from the side of RMU. It is another heavy hit onto A, as there is a trade.
Still trying to get the guy out of ticket here, as he already has 1 kill to his name. Able to get 1 through jungle. Khan gets the trade. It is 2v3 for the Mavericks.
Yeah.
Still making sure the ticket guy. As we have 1 coming through Khan, or 2 coming through jungle here.
Yeah, Bomb is in a favorable spot here for the Mavericks. Oh! Krumikov just missing, but he does not miss twice, as Ryder and Bulik both take 1 apiece to close out the round there for RMU, and not deciding to pick up the AWP.
Knocking it down for his teammate, and now you jinxed it.
Picking up their AWP instead of our AWP.
I'd feel like I'd go for the Prince stream there.
I would as well, to be honest, as Kiri buys an AWP there for Kareem, handing it back off so he can do some sniping this time round.
Curie, rich millionaire for the Mavs, able to buy his teammate out there, and by himself.
Yeah, he did a full buy for himself, plus, well, I think they traded guns at that to make that nice and fair and even. The only person who didn't get a full buy off is George, but that Mac 10 can still be deadly when used correctly.
100% feeling out the Khan is able to get the pick on the bot. Missed shot there, he pushed up. That's 2. As all of the action seems to have gone in the Mavs' favor here in mid. Kiri pushing up window. Feeling out the window, gets killed, so make it a 2v2 now. 1 on A and 1 on B, it looks like.
Yeah, the split site hold. Bomb has been collected and is on its way over. Crab does have an AWP to hold A site down, and they are getting the catwalk flank there from Deval, as Ticket Booth is flushed out, so we should be able to get Bomb down here.
Person coming through Khan here might be a little bit of a nuisance for the Mavericks. The op challenge goes in the Mavericks' favor and make that a clean.
Only Solo would do that, and
right.
win. Everyone else on that team, including Kareem, would lose that fight, but Solo just does it because he can.
Simply a diff, I feel like.
I mean, if you're doing that against an AWP, you are just the difference.
Right. And it's like, you know that too.
Yeah, you're only making that challenge because you have 100% confidence in yourself to win.
100%.
You're not doing that as a 50-50.
You're doing it because you know you can win it.
Exactly. As Curry does pick up the AWP mantle once again, as Kareem manages to take out Crab, and Solo just getting caught off there by Deval in apps.
And make that a 4v3 for the Mavs. Feeling out still the mid action here as Bomb is lurking at the top of it. Seeing exactly what can go on here. If Ryder overextends in a T-spawn, it looks like he's falling back. Because Bilius would have had a free pick there, I feel like. SMG versus AK, long range.
Oh yeah, if Ryder pushed up a little bit more aggressively earlier on in the round, then he would have been able to get a nice trade off.
100%.
As the Mavericks here are going to rotate over onto B sides. There is only one player holding it. As Kareem does get one kill off there on A.
Ooh, the util switch there being deadly and able to get the trade, make it a 3v1 for the Mavs. As we have a Loopy in the chat watching our Mavericks play.
Levi in the chat, the head coach, is here watching the boys play. It is going to be a save here from Ryder with hopefully an exit kill. I mean, it is just an MP9. But
a stat track,
he does get Kareem, so he can pick up that AK.
Yeah. And trade it out.
I mean, still, that extra kill puts him in a slightly better position. It is maximum loss bonus, so they can get buys out all the time. And it is the last round of the half, so you might as well.
Might as well. Just throw anything against the wall. You got nothing to lose.
See what sticks, as we'll see what Crab does decide to go for. Does just, if he wants util, he will go for the FAMAS and the extra util, as Curie is set up to do all the pretty standard util dumps here.
But Curie, the lineup king, it seems like, for the Mavs here.
I mean, if it's not Curie doing it, then it's Bilius or Kareem, to be honest. But a cheeky spot there from Duval, playing it off angle.
Free pick because he doesn't check the corner.
I mean, the double kill from Bullock as the Mavericks jumped out was not fantastic anyway. And Duval just got to play for time there. So this is a bit of a lost round here for the Mavericks for the half. But 7-5 on Mirage is not bad. Not
bad at all, as some might say. CT side of map.
Some might say CT-sided. The Mavericks didn't make it appear CT-sided. But we'll see what they can do on the round swap. Hopefully a pistol win to start it off this time.
100%. Pistol win in the follow-up, keeping the eco strong, would be amazing for the Mavs here, I feel like.
Yeah, getting that momentum early from the start and not letting RMU catch up. They are a very strong team from what we've seen so far this evening, with 3 of them sitting on double digits, as Duval does just drop out. And we might see, and there is a pause there to let him join back in.
It has been interesting for how much we are hyping up Crab. Not top boarding on his team currently. I feel like after that hot start, I feel like he's been kind of slowed down by the Mavs.
I think the whole thing is, it was just, he is playing that aggressive front line, so he is trying to be that entry, and when you're playing that entry, you're either going to be top of the scoreboard, or you're going to be sitting there as like, okay, I got traded out immediately. You know, so if that's what he's doing, then he's doing a really good job of that for his team. But I also feel that when it comes to straight gunfights, if he's coming up against Kareem or Solo, he's not winning that entry.
Exactly. Production putting him right.
As we see, it is Rockstar. I do have the white scanned Rockstar here on the desk. And we'll see what they can do, as we are still waiting for Duval. Duval's in the lobby.
100%. He has a minute to get back.
He does have... Who? Is it Duval? Pull up scoreboard, please, production.
It's gone. You'd have to scroll up through the chat.
Yeah, it would be... Because that's weird, because it says Duval's in there, but he's not.
Right there.
Yeah, it is Duval. But he is still technically shown at the top of the screen as the 4th man.
Interesting.
But he's definitely not listening. Tool shout out from production, which I will 100% get behind, because I'm a massive Tool fan myself. Numa 46 and 2 Tempest. If you love ridiculous guitar riffs and extremely long music, listen to some Tool, ladies and gentlemen. It might change your life. No guarantee.
For the better or for the worse?
For the better, obviously.
Of course.
It's good music. It is good music. It is always changing your life for the better.
100%. And even a tech pause coming in here, so something must have critically gone wrong on his PC there.
Yeah, some massive blue screen crash out from that, it seems like. While we wait, though, for Duval to get back. Oh, never mind. He's back.
Cut off mid-sentence. You just got mogged, buddy.
Speak it and it shall be. As we are. Yeah, he did crash entirely. As we are getting the second half of map number 1 back underway. And we'll see what the Mavericks can do here. Some util on Bilius and that is it, pretty much.
Always good to always at least have one kit in play here.
One kit and a smoke.
100%.
And everyone else has gone for armor and one, I believe that's a P250, P2000, sorry, on Kareem. Challenging window, but no one wanting to have fun.
Exactly. All looking like sitting apps going under here, feeling out possibly a little mid push to A.
That's A push as George just doing his little hops around, trying to see if anyone wants to push into apps. They are all stacked. Con there just below Kareem.
And footsteps are going to be heard from our window player here. Interesting challenge. And both able to stay with their lives as Kareem takes a little bit of damage here.
A little bit of damage, but some information as they are, it seems like, pushing back down Con. Very cautious of this window player, as George does get Mason in apps.
Perfect. So I feel like as their apps lurk is now dead, yeah, we're seeing a attack here as our cat player able to do a lot of damage on the Con.
Yeah.
Players trying to survive on site as one goes down, Krabs down. Curie able to get his picks, and that's a flawless round for the Mavericks.
Yeah, very, very clean, hitting their shots on the pistols as it goes. Nice play there, good coverage, making sure that the angles were right, good communication for that rotation.
100%.
Not to say RMU didn't do what they should have done that round. The second apps died, all push out onto A side and just play for the gunfights. But Mavericks does win that out mechanically, as now they have some more extreme weaponry on board with full util pretty much. Early triple for Kareem.
Getting mowed down, and I think that's the shortest round we'll see all night.
Potentially, yes, outside of the knife round.
Yeah.
That is probably the shortest we'll see. There's not really much you could have expected from RMU that round, outside of a 5-man rush onto site.
Right.
But Curie and Kareem just picking up some nice kills.
100%. I love the way the Mavericks position themselves on Mirage. I feel like you can tell it's like high level. Just everyone has like their puzzle piece that they're in.
I mean, we have 3 level 10 face at level 10s here on our team. One of those is an FPL in Curie, so we do have the brains required to get the positioning correct, and everyone is very willing to make sure that the plans that Bilius himself initially came up with is working, as it is an A rush, but Kareem with a cheeky little look gets a triple.
The third. Holy, what else to expect from Kareem and his teammates able to back him up as he's low HP, closing out the round.
That's a cheeky angle if ever I've seen one on Mirage.
100%. And especially because, like, he is always that window player, I feel like. But able to drop down like that just catches him off guard.
Yep, if no one's playing tons underneath window, why not just sit in an off angle where no one's going to check you and get a 3K?
100%.
As Kareem straight back up to challenge window with the AK. Bilius does get 2 to shut down an A eco rush.
Palace.
4 for Bill.
Back. Let's see if we can get the Maverick ace here.
That would be hilarious if they let him have an ace. It is all up to Duval here. See what he can do with a Deagle and a Dream.
Oh, misses the Nico Deagle.
Oh, that hurts.
Oh no.
That hurts. Kiri should not have survived that
Not at all.
And after that, it does seem like Mavericks are set here to take map number 1. Just because I don't see you coming back from that as a player.
No, that is definitely like an ego destroyer and just like a mental. Just sucks to happen on a whiff like that.
Yeah, that is painful. 3 missed shots on someone standing still.
And not even looking at you, too. So
Yeah.
like, you were in no threat. As Kiri's able to get 2 with the AK here. Pushing up, make it 3.
Gets a
One
third. Is he
left
going to
in
go
the
for the
top,
4th?
and
Solo steals the 4th from him
Ah.
as the Mavericks take the 12-5 lead, and it is map point here. And it's basically enforced buy from the side of RMU.
Yeah, not much you can do here. Little util able to be spent here for the T side.
Yeah, for the T side, not much. I feel like they would have been better off doing a half buy rush. You know, Mac 10
Just like
rush.
SMG, just W key.
Just SG rush and outturns. They do get 1, putting in a 4-3v2 here. But
Able to get the
Kareem!
coverage. Kareem loses the duel, but his teammate there to back him up, and that is the round and the game.
That is the Mavericks starting out slowly, but absolutely storming ahead for the rest of that map.
100%. And the 135 ADR from Curie here.
Yeah, on the top of the scoreboard there, 24-8. Absolutely soaring above anyone else in the lobby.
100%. It is just I feel like a level of diff that we only can see from the Mavericks.
Absolutely. As a very, very convincing, very quick round there from the Mavericks. This is why we have the glasses, ladies and gentlemen.
Our future is too bright.
They are shining brightly, the glasses with the hat, because you just need to make sure you are well covered from the absolute showdown that the Mavericks can provide here for Minnesota State Mankato. Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. Just wow. That's all you can say for how that map went. Considering that we lost the first 3 rounds.
Right. I felt like we were going to definitely see some pressure a little bit.
I thought that was going to be even.
Right.
Like, I thought we would have seen a very even map. We have had the Mavericks get pushed all the way to overtime. We saw it last week on 2 of the maps that we played. And it was different. It was fantastic. We didn't get to see that this time around.
No. It just felt like a clean stomp.
Pretty clean stomp there, as we will go to a quick little break, relax.
Drink some Rockstar. Drink some water.
Rockstar, plenty of Rockstar here for the Mavericks for their absolute amazing performances. And we will be back for map number 2, Inferno.
I'm excited. I love me some Inferno.
I'm
excited to see the nades coming down banana. Just ready to see everything go down.
Some chickens.
Exactly. I hope they all stay alive.
Hopefully.
Are back after a dominant Mirage map 1. So Mavericks up 1-0 in the best of 3.
1-0 best of 3 for the upper bracket finals here for NECC Nationals. A win here tonight guarantees us our play in the grand finals of, I believe it is Division 2 for the Nationals here tonight, and a win there makes us absolute champions of it all, as the 9th round is happening, which is all just customary
100%.
here for Face It. We do get to see Mirage, the map of maps that is not Dust 2.
Exactly.
The map of maps of CS that is not Dust 2, and one of my all-out favorite maps in this, well, my all-out favorite map of this game.
Little bit of a basic answer, but Nuke does exist, so...
Nuke does exist, and that is a very close second, but I love the way Inferno looks. I love the way it plays. I love that when I'm losing, I can buy a Molly, an HE, and a Negev, and I can just spam all 3 of that down B, and you win the round.
Exactly. Or just sitting behind a little stone wall with a shotgun.
Oh, Mag 7.
Yep.
Little cheeky Mag 7 lurks here on Inferno, or some classic SMG rushing around these very, very tight corners here on this map. One that they didn't change with the CS2 engine.
Interesting.
It was the same. Well, I mean, they didn't change like the layouts or anything about the map. It's
like
just
a copy and paste.
Copy paste, which they did for a lot of their basic maps, and then changed some of the new ones. But I don't feel like Inferno needed a change, as Curie is sitting here top banana with some duties.
100%. Able to get with a 30-round mag. Could possibly get all 5 here, but is instantly spotted behind the wall of a cheeky little boost here. So we're going to see a rotate out of the maps as someone is already lurking back. Sight gets 1 pick and instantly traded out. That could have been huge.
If George got a second before being traded, that puts the Mavericks in such a good spot. They didn't recover the dualies of Curie, so we'll see if the Mavericks want to pick that up. Good flash there. Kareem is low and does get traded out, so it's all up to Bilious and Solo. Solo is Solo.
And a 1v4 here.
Does get one.
Very interesting to see what can go down here, especially with the USP. Very hard peek out there from Crab to close out the round.
Yeah, not much that you can do there. The dualies do get recovered there by Crab to get thrown out immediately, and a buy here. Going straight for the AK.
Instant AK round 2. I mean, you have the bonus money from getting the bomb down, so I don't see why not.
Might as well get that extra firepower. The Mavericks staying here on pistols. Bilious does decide for a minor upgrade, as we do see a 4-man banana stack, as they are all sitting there at the bottom of mid.
It would be very funny to see them hop on top of each other like a tiki pole.
Just get a 3-man.
Exactly. And the swing happens here. Able to get 2 with the SMG before traded out by Solo. So you're able to recoup the Mac 10 as they are all rotating to A.
Yeah, I mean, he still gets 3 magazines worth of ammunition to work with. So that is still enough to get some quick kills, as the Mavericks are just going to hold B.
I don't think that's a bad idea here. Maybe not give the enemy any more money.
Maybe.
In the kills.
I mean, for the 2 players with the pistols, it might just be worth going for a challenge, as George just dies. And Solo is going to play for exit kills here, it seems, with the Mac 10. And Curry going to support from the bottom of mid.
Swung out and instantly gets taken out. Very hard to do there with no armor there.
Yeah, not really much that you can do in that position. Curry might be able to get a cheeky kill or 2.
Oh,
no.
It's very hard to pistol spam.
That was just unlucky. But that is one of the fantastic things about Inferno, is there are lovely little nooks and crannies for players to hide in that can make a massive amount of difference as the round goes on, as the Mavericks do finally get some proper weapons out.
100%. So it'll be very interesting to see this round play out and what kind of holds they want to go to. But looks like a 3-2 split here.
Pretty standard 3-2 split, especially for how Banana gets played. George and Curry going quite aggressive actually to get a pick onto Banana, as they now have one additional rotated over onto A. So see what that 3v3 turns into.
So out comes out of Boiler, gets the pick. And so now they know that there's still 2 mid and 1 in apps.
Yeah, they do have 2 holding B still playing through. Okay, a little bit of a committing non-committal there from each side, as Curie does rotate round onto site now to hold a slightly different angle, as everyone's just kind of playing a waiting game.
100% waiting for one person to overextend and see where the picks go.
Yeah, see as what it does. The nice thing about being on the CT side is you can just wait.
Right.
You don't really have to do anything, as Bilius is just sitting in front of the car that hasn't moved in so many years. I'm surprised it isn't rusted.
100%. But who knows what the rain looks like in, I want to say Italy.
I think it is Italy, but at the same time, I don't think it has rained on this map ever.
Right.
So maybe that thing is just sitting in absolute pristine condition.
Just a little bit of dust.
A little bit. As George does get traded out, though. Curie
going for the planter. Smart play there.
almost whiffs it.
A little bit. But see, because they're definitely going to go for this challenge here to make sure he dies after time, but nothing seen there. But
not just enough.
I love the way that Banana was played there at the beginning, with a little bit of a deeper smoke to isolate that one player and just insta-challenge him.
Yeah, and also just having that 2-man coverage,
right,
with that letting Curry go out and then having someone waiting behind the little half wall. Because if you win that initial challenge, you're peeking top Banana with so much more confidence.
Right.
And you're not really going to be focusing on someone sitting right behind that half wall. As Curie, very aggressive onto ult mid there with a flurry of kills, leaving it in a 2v2 situation, and favoring RMU, actually.
A little bit because of the buys here on the Mavericks.
But Mavericks are full util on their remaining 2 players, and George with the MP9 in this exact position is favorable for him. He's not at a disadvantage playing that spot on the MP9. But Bilius does get gunned down from balcony, and it is now a free plant there for RMU, and it's now all up to George and his little SMG, his orange peeled SMG.
It'll be very interesting to see how this goes with one still in library. Is he able to get past him on a timing?
Does manage to get through. Is he going to pick up the FAMAS, though?
I think he wants to remain anonymous here.
Keep the silent push going through the smoke. He does have a kit, so he can get a cheeky plant. One is Cemetery, but Crab puts him in the grave, and that is a 3rd round on the board for RMU. Showing a little bit more feist here
100%.
than they did in Mirage.
A little bit more feist, but Mavericks were able to get their first round a little sooner here on Inferno.
We did, but we did lose that resulting momentum.
Exactly.
Pretty quickly.
Maybe a little too aggressive there in second mid. But,
yeah.
I mean, it's hard to know that there's 3 people staring you down there.
I don't think it was necessary. If he had just about any other gun, you absolutely 100% take that peek. And if they're playing in literally any other configuration in that exact moment, you win that fight immediately. And they did have a really good flash.
100%. And I do think one of the T players got knifed by his own teammate because he was already down to 30 HP.
That is painful. Especially when you're going up against in full eco.
Right.
Being on 39 HP is...
That is like one deagle shot to the body.
It is one deagle shot to the body.
Doesn't even need to aim for the head. Oh, 2 picks from Curie.
The double from Curie getting some clean headshot to open that up with the resulting spray. So everything from this point onwards for the Mavericks is bonus.
100%.
As we'll see what Kareem, Solo, and Bilius can do from this point on.
Kareem challenging the AK, able to get some tags up very low, but teammate able to back him up.
The cross peak working out in their favor. Bilius does get to pick up an AK though, as he gets immediately traded out.
Able to get one more before the round comes to a close here. And Bomb is not able to go off to damage any of the T players, so. But able to get a op in Kareem's hand and full buy, or full buy for some of the team, half buy for others.
Well, no, full buy, pretty much full buy all around outside of Kareem, making that AWP investment. So we'll see what he can do here from the from mid with that AWP. He has to have impacts in this round.
100%.
As it is a 4-man ult mid rush.
Able to take a lot of space here in Banana with the deep smoke. Kareem taken out by the AK. As we were just talking about how he needs to make some impact here, so very hard to see him fall that early.
Yeah.
As that's 3 down for the Mavericks, all of our A players gone like that. And I believe they're just calling the save.
Yeah, everyone is going to take refuge in the church here. We need to keep these 2 guns on us to put us in a good position. As someone who does not actively play Counter-Strike at the moment, is Inferno more T or CT sided?
Realistically, on either side, you can go on insane runs on this map.
As we are seeing.
Exactly. So some do say it is very CT sided if you're able to hold down sites, but Inferno is such a map to where retakes are borderline impossible.
That is true, especially if you do get a favorable trade. Even if you're still sitting there in a 3v4 situation, if you're down on the T side, there's a lot of cross angles that just make it really hard to push onto side after the bomb goes down. But it's also plays the same pre-plant. It's very hard sometimes to get onto side 100%. And get the bomb down.
To where it is literally CT sided until a bomb gets planted. Then instantly it flips like that.
Yeah. So it's momentum sided.
100%.
Is what we can call it. As Crab is challenging Banana here with the AWP that he picked off of Kareem. So see what the Mavericks can do. Pretty much an eco round. Kareem sticking with the deagle after taking that AWP investment. Not working out for him.
And a cheeky little boost, it looks like, here on A side. So we'll see how this goes, if he's able to see over any smokes.
I mean, regardless of that, you're just playing on an off angle as well.
Right.
As much as it is an angle to be checked, you're not really expecting someone to be up there. So depending on your reaction times, as Solo deciding to play close underneath the balcony there with the MP9. Ooh, both.
2 players go down there on short. So we'll see if this goes check. Is able to get 1. The bomb planes are taken out as well. Able to get the 3rd. Solo with the 3-piece.
That, I'm sorry. I know I should, well, as someone from the Mavericks, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but that should not be allowed.
Right.
You should not be allowed to get a 3-piece, especially with an MP9.
100%. The amount of spray control it probably took to hit that planter, as he was crouched down planting, only just a sly amount.
That's basically a head glitch position. You shouldn't be able to hit that.
You should not be able to win that. As an op, he's going to maybe get the timing here on the op, but I think he's just playing for the exit.
Which isn't bad. as they are both deciding to rotate round. Otherwise, still George doesn't manage to keep a gun on hand. But that is still not a bad round for the Mavericks.
Not a bad round, and the eco is still not terrible.
We
And
are
I
on
think
maximum
I was
loss
like, I think
bonus.
the loss bonus is definitely helping.
So that does work in our favor. We are able to get the buy out here, and we can challenge here. We do need one round to start pushing that momentum in our favor. Bilius opting not to buy a gun this time.
Yeah, choosing just to maybe scavenge one off an enemy, as Solo goes down by a blind T-sided player.
Yeah, which is a bit unfortunate. If Bilius can recover that weapon, then it is a bit of a net positive. As Kareem pushes up,
Gets the spray, is only able to get one.
if he could get two there, that puts the Mavericks in such a good round. As Bilius spots one unawares through a boiler there. He's on a 12 ADR right now. That is.
He is. That is his first kill of the game.
That is painful.
7 rounds into the game.
7 rounds into the game, and he is. That's all he gets.
Yeah.
As I believe Inferno would be their map pick, which would make sense why we are down 6-1 right now. In a not bad position here for the Mavericks. The 5-7 still can do insane amounts of damage with a M4 to support. From Library, as Fury gets taken out, and so does Bilius. George just needs to hold on to this rifle.
I think that's smart.
Just save.
So we're instantly going from a favorable position like that, and getting that headshot through Library is just a mood killer.
Yeah. If we're able to hold Library there, would you have wanted to see something different there from the Mavericks?
I think maybe like a bit of passive, but almost on that long angle to like maybe jiggle that out, or just hear for the footsteps to know where they are, and then wrapping that long. Because realistically, they had 2 short and 1 apps. To where that long for a flank, borderline unchecked, as they're only looking forward, taking that site.
That is true. He could have played a little bit sneakier there to hold that out. Not that holding from Library is wrong. It's just default.
Right.
So it's expected.
It's like it's expected, to where maybe he could have stayed tucked and only peeked out once he saw the person with the pistol on getting that contact.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're playing under balcony there with that pistol, you should be there to try and get in damage, and then someone swings in after that.
Right.
Because also we did still have someone playing on B, and if that B player rotated through Banana up mid, then you get a get that wraparound, and now you have someone to hold boiler side and get a cheeky pick.
Right. And something that they were just able to do is just isolate and just take a bunch of one-on-ones.
And
Even though they had bolts. Exactly. To where it's like, instead of like a 2v1 fight, if like playing off contacts and whatnot, they were able to just like isolate and just win their ones. And that's clearly what won them the round.
Yeah. As we do get a full buyout share from the Mavericks. Curry and Solo deciding to go for the M4A4. Everyone else going for an M4A1S, as the side of RMU has barely left spawn.
Yeah, definitely playing more of a passive approach here. Maybe hoping for a little overextend, as the op is just hard scoping down their ramp. So I think maybe they're just hoping for someone to maybe overextend as this Chow comes here. Able to get the jump on the George, but that's 2. And Curie able to get the 3 as he's traded out by Crab. So I think we're going to see a quick rotate here from our A players as they're pushing through Banana. Kareem here with the M4 as the waterfall smoke goes down, trying to spray through it. But as they jump over the box to get on the site, they're not going to go in this line of fire.
As Bilius does get caught on the rotate out there from Bullock. Playing really well there from RMU. Just hearing that aggression and winning that one, as Crab gets Kareem as he tries to peek out through the smoke. They do know where Solo is, and it doesn't matter.
Does not matter. Headshot through the smoke. Maybe you need to get a PC check. Word.exe doing wonders right now.
Oh my god. That is an actual thing that happened.
Yes, this
ladies
is
and
real
gentlemen.
Counter-Strike lore.
A pro player was found cheating using a Word.exe file to hide his cheats, which, by the way, is fantastically smart.
It's smart until you got caught, and then you become a laughing stock for years to come.
Okay, but if you're caught cheating, you're going to be a laughing stock anyway,
Right.
regardless of what you do. It's the fact that he managed to bypass it using Word.exe.
Just renaming the file that, just be like, oh, it's not cheats, it's Word.exe.
Word. Okay, open the document and type then. Why do you need Word as a pro player on a tournament machine?
Right.
As
So, instantly, Mav's getting a favor here. Loving the hold we're seeing here as we're instantly in a 5v2 favor. Making a 5v1, possibly a flawless, and there is a flawless round for the Mavs. Forsaken on, I think it was a Indian Optic, org, is what it was.
yeah, as I still find it hilarious that is how you cheat and that's how you get caught. As the Mavericks, they're taking their second round of the map. A little too late.
A little bit, but if they are able to get the rest of these rounds, make it 4-8, that's not a terrible score.
Yeah, it is not bad. We'll see what they can do on their half. As Crab having a bit of a cheeky angle there on top of the barrels, as it is a pretty much standard hold here for the Mavericks. Very aggressive though.
It'll be interesting to see if Kareem gets cleared here, as a lot of walking shot from Solo, hitting the headshot. That is an insane running headshot. I feel like if I was in the lobby, I think I'd be tilted from that.
Absolutely. As the Mavericks here do have a nice advantage. Kareem holding a site with an AWP.
He will not abandon his post. And so we might even see some contact here, as it looks like everyone rotating through mid. Looks like we might get an A execute here. They're checking their long. Not much util left for RMU here, getting the A execute. But it looks like they might be falling back towards Banana.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens here, as Bomb seems to be turning around, feeling it out. And there's one that falls Solo, a little bit of an overextend perhaps. That is 2 dead now for the Mavs. 3 as our players start rotating, even though they're pushing through B on an insane timing. And what goes in 5v2 or 5v4 instantly a 1v4.
If this was League, this is a slash report all throwing type of situation, as Curie does get one back. Having to go for the 4K, does not go for the church clear and gets cleared out by Bulik. That is rough going into the end of the half here.
Right, you hate to see that. Definitely, it feels like almost a momentum killer, even though some would say there's not much momentum going right now.
There isn't. There was some.
There was a little bit.
There was some. The train was getting going, and then they just took away the train track.
No,
it
yeah.
feels.
Like a quarter was left on the track and the train derailed.
Yeah. As we'll see what they can do. Kareem playing aggressive with the AWP. Not playing aggressive enough, as they do 5-man rush it up Banana. And it's all up to George.
As George falls, making a 3v3, even though the Mavericks only have 1 kill. Sprayed through the smoke, Solo getting Mason. There's been a lot of team damage in this round, as it looks like almost every player is getting an assist. A little bit of Molly damage coming in to Ryder. Swung out and taken through the smoke as it was blown up. Last one here towards Banana side. Swinging out and instantly traded out by Kareem with the no-scope.
No-scope flick, getting the defuse. A 9-3 half still isn't horrendous.
Not at all.
here as we are in a situation of we've never seen the Mavericks on this map
Yeah.
on stream. We have no data. So I have no clue what's about to happen because we are in uncharted territory here on Inferno, as old as it is. It's not a map we've played, as far as I know.
And who knows, there might be a reason to that. We might be seeing that reason looking at the scoreboard.
I mean, I feel like Inferno, at least for lower tier competitions, isn't the most favorable map.
Yeah.
I know the pros still quite like going to Inferno. There's some teams that are still massively favored Inferno teams. You wouldn't put them on there. Some teams historically, as Bullet gets 2 in mid before being traded out by Kareem. As Bilius does get 1 with a cheeky lurk up banana.
And we've seen instant rotate as that banana player falls, because even the CT players were thinking an AXQ might have been going down here. So 1 to CT, spotted out by Bilius. Sight is clear. Might be able to get bombed down, but very hard with no smoke to cover up CT. But no shots seem to be coming through, so able to get that bomb down as Solo checking the flank through Bananas, able to see him, but instantly taken out in the head. And there's Crab getting another headshot on the Crane, make it a 1v3. Bilius with the 1, instantly taking it down to 1v2. Oh, 1v1 for Bilius now, looking for the 4K as he tapped bomb. He's going to check it. Still not on bomb. He can definitely play it here. He's sticking it. Misses the shots, but he's able to take him down, making a 4K for Bilius.
That was almost a repeat.
Almost a repeat.
Of the Nico
At least
Deagles.
it wasn't a Deagle. At least it wasn't a Deagle.
As the Mavericks there do win out their pistol round and get the buyout. 4 Mac 10s with Solo, the only one opting to take that Galil. So we'll see maybe some aggression here as we do get a Deagle buy out from RMU. Otherwise 2 357s and 1 HE.
Right, so definitely going to be, I feel like with pistols, very passive here. Just letting them hold their angles, letting them come to you, and seeing if the Mavericks can just win their ones.
The only way to play pistols in this game is you either stack and play aggressive, or you try and play really cheeky angles and go for dinks. As Bilek there does go for the aggressive play, does get one, and Kareem losing to just spray diff.
100%. And so Bomb is looking towards A here as both of the B players go down. Make it a 3v4 for the Mavs. Trying to take this A site at one go down with the wings. Very low HP. And he's able to get it with 6 HP on the 4K.
Oh, Bulek just telling the Mavericks to sit down there.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I believe that was all headshots as well for that 4K. But yeah.
100%.
Yes, you guys may have had the Derek diff, but unfortunately the Mavericks right now do not have the Derek diff.
They do not have the Woz in the lobby.
So we'll see the Wozniak difference there. I would love to get to say that at some point, Derek. Come on, you cannot let us down now. You now have to join this team.
We'll see. Maybe even as a sub, just in case.
No. Main roster. What do you mean? You're almost 2K Premier. Why 20K Premier? Why would you be the sub?
Maybe there's someone better.
Maybe there's someone better? Okay. We'll take that. We get sight. We can get the bomb down. And we pick up a rifle.
But Crab able to get one here. Pushing out, seen through the smoke. Solo doing a little bit of cover fire as George is staying a little bit passive here, knowing he's tucked behind that box. Molly is not going to spread enough to where he's seen, taken out from truck. Their apps, and they all fall down.
I feel like this is, we are RMU from Mirage, where there's just this feeling of inevitability.
Yeah. To where I am not hearing a cat right now. I think the cat might be in the bag.
The cat might just be in the bag, ladies and gentlemen, and that bag is extremely thick.
Yes.
There is no scratching itself free this time, as the Mavericks are going to get a buyout this time. So we're not trying to face up with sticks and stones against advanced weaponry.
Aztec armories.
No,
going on.
this isn't Civilization 6 where you've just full spec'd into the military.
Or Rust with just rocks.
Rust, and you get the people that are wiped. They already have AKs somehow. It's been 2 hours since wipe, and you are running around there with your stone and your loincloth.
100%. So we'll see what the Mavericks are able to conjure up here.
Going for maybe an aggressive split out there. You get the slightly deeper smoke. The Mavericks are just going to respect that and peel out. Very, very passive play here from the side of RMU. Just kind of waiting for the Mavericks to push out onto them. And we'll see what they can get here. It is going to be an investment here onto B from Banana. So we'll see what the Mavericks can do. They do have 2 players holding it, and one of them is boosted. So we'll see what the Mavericks do. Smoke is blown.
Open up the smoke for the push out. Able to get the one on top of the box. Boost being checked, but no one being there. One still back church getting mollied out in seat. Or it might have been spotted there as he's taken out with a headshot through the smoke.
That was Crab as well, so that was a big kill.
Very much so. So see this church duel go down as he falls. The teammate trying to play for the trade, but taken out. Fury with the 2K. Absolutely beautiful.
That's the momentum that we were talking about in the first half of the round, of the map, with it can just swing immediately on a dime the second you get control of a bomb site. So hopefully the Mavericks can keep that up for the rest of the map, giving us a nice, quick and clean 2-0.
Right.
But we'll see. RMU does have fangs, and they have bared them plenty of times here tonight. They are the RMU Pirates, I believe.
Yeah.
Is their mascot. So they are looking to sail the high seas and conquer. But the Mavericks are always ready to show their horns with a 1v1 trade there in apps.
100%. This treasure is going to have to be worked for.
Oh, absolutely. Nothing should be given away for free,
100%.
unless it is a beautiful drink from Gillette Pepsi, keeping you caffeinated and hydrated and ready to go here as we continue along this evening.
You love ad reads like that. Those are absolute being spotted out by the jump by Crab, only armed with an MP9. But as we know, MP9s can be dangerous.
They can be dangerous, especially here on Inferno. We did see Slowlo get a devious 3K as Kareen just runs and guns Duval. And Crab getting cleared out as well. That is site control for the Mavericks, and that should be the round.
I was like, I believe a save would be called here. It
should be. I mean, the econ isn't fantastic with the current swing of the game, and an MP9 and an M4A1S on Inferno goes a very, very long way.
100%.
So we'll do see Army back off. There is one player, it is Bulek. He is playing aggressive with that MP9, hoping for a exit kill, but I don't think the Mavericks are going to give it to him, as we are going to exit out apartments.
He's going to chow up Boiler, it seems here. Able to get one and dies to bomb, but 2 Mavericks falling at the end of that round. You hate to see that.
You do hate to see it, but that is still a round win and 2 guns saved otherwise. So we are still able to go for the bye, but a loss here would be extremely painful, as that bonus is building up there for RMU, so they still are able to get a full, mostly full buy here. It's not, I wouldn't quite call it a half buy because there is still a good amount of utility in their hands.
I was like, it's like the perfect in between a full and a half.
3/4 of a buy.
Right. It's like a forced full.
Yeah, it is almost a forced buy.
Yeah.
Here, as we do see the stack over the smoke.
And a little bit of damage coming through to our banana players.
Yeah, they did throw some pretty good aggressive nades on to Banana, which is pretty standard for Inferno, as we are seeing the angles cleared. Bilik is challenging up there in apps with Ryder, and it is just up to Kareem there, being he's trying to be a bit of a pest.
100%. And it's like, you know, Kareem's our man. If he can't do it, who do we know who can?
Exactly. And nothing is more terrifying in Counter-Strike than someone being where you don't expect them to be.
Right.
You know?
Or it's always like, yeah, you check an angle, but it's like you're not expecting someone to be there. So you just kind of like throw your like view over there, not expecting. And then all of a sudden you see that person there. So you're not ready for a fight.
Yeah. Like you put your crosshair over the player. You put your crosshair in that general direction because you're clearing the angle, but someone is actually there, which is the most terrifying thing.
Curie.
As Curie gets a beautiful 3K top
Oh my
banana
gosh.
just to absolutely shut RMU down. Why do the Mavericks always have the most crazy rounds while we're sitting here talking absolute nonsense? Maybe that's what we should do, just talk nonsense for the rest of the night.
It's like where you pretend to not care about like something downloading and it feels like it goes quicker.
Yeah, like when something's downloaded, it's like, okay, cool, I'm just going to sit here in my chair on Instagram,
Right.
doom scroll for like 10 minutes, and all of a sudden it's done. You know?
To where it's like if I'm like doom stalking it being like, oh, I can't wait to play this, it feels like it goes forever.
Yeah, it's going to take 18 million years if you're actively watching it download. But for some reason, I'm going to go play with my cat for 5 minutes, and all of a sudden Valve has managed to download 108 gigabytes in 3 seconds.
Right. So very, very cool to see this momentum definitely shifting towards the Mavericks, and it's only a 4-round difference.
It is only a 4-round difference.
It's a 4-round difference. We should win this pistol, possibly even the one after that, if they're not able to get a complete full buy, even though the loss bonus might be full at this point. But if we're able to win the next 2, that brings it within 2. And I think that's beautiful.
If this was Super Smash Bros. On a Thursday night, we would say it is the $4.99 difference that they get there. It is a 5-stack out top mid. They do get 2 as Solo gets a beautiful double spray.
Beautiful spray transfer.
And that was almost a round thrown from the Mavericks.
Coming through Mexico is going to check it, sees him down there, choosing to volley it off, but not shall. Knowing that there's one in there means that there can only be one somewhere else, and there he falls, so B-site is going to be open.
Yeah, as Ryder left alive here, he might just be able to recover a gun. And if he can, yeah, he grabs an AK and he absolutely legs it as far away from the Mavericks as possible. Because
he does not want this smoke.
He does not want the smoke, and he absolutely wants Kareem's AK that he has managed to find there. And that was a very big scream that we just heard from the stage room next to us. So something's gone right for the Mavericks.
100%. Either in R6 or...
R6 hasn't started yet.
Oh.
So that is the CS boys that we are hearing.
100%. So it'll be very interesting to see what goes down with a little spoiler in our ears.
R6 starts in half an hour against Texas Christian University for their upper bracket semis. No, upper bracket finals, I believe, as well, for them to hopefully win out that evening to play against UGA or Hoosiers. Hoosiers who we have lost to before in the regular season, and UGA being the only other team to go undefeated in their group stages to win the division for the spring semester here, as it is a 3-man B hold.
I wonder how the Hosiers like their whiskey.
Probably eat.
Someone got the joke.
To be honest, as the Mavericks do kind of force their way out onto A site. Bilius does shut down Coffin before Bulik gets the double.
Is able to get the shots off towards Library, but make it a 2v4. Curie and Solo only what's up alive. Solo is able to get the one on site. Make it a 1v3 for Solo, being the solo man left.
If anyone can do it, it's him.
I think so as well.
Rocking the stat track, AK HE behind. Does he get any damage? He does. He gets the double. It's
1v1 left. Gets the pick.
Solo gets the 4K and brings it within 2 for the Mavericks. And that is why the Mavericks were so hyped just a few moments ago. It is comeback season.
It 100%.
It wasn't me that called the comeback. It was Surefire God in chat.
Exactly. Surefire GD calling the comeback. I feel like he's never lost hope in these maps tonight.
Who would? From what we've seen over the course of the last year, who would lose hope in these Mavericks?
100%. Now that we were talking about earlier, I think I'm hearing the count again. It might be out of the bag.
It might be out of the bag. I may be Durkitty, but I can promise you I am not mewing for stream.
That is fair. Mewing or meowing?
I don't have the jawline to mew stream. And I will not meow on stream because that is
10 gifted subs and we can make it happen.
10 gifted? No. I'm not. No. If for grand finals, maybe.
Everybody has their price.
Everyone has their price, and this is not my own personal stream, so I'm not naming one. If this was any other stream, maybe, but it is not.
True.
But we are here. The Mavericks are in a 1-man lead, as the round has kind of stalled out here, as we are pushing up A. Ryder does get 2 before being shut down. Now it is all up to Bulik.
Ooh! And looks like RMU is able to take their second round of the half.
This is just Bulik's map, apparently.
I guess.
He has had an absolute storm of 33 and 12.
Yeah, definitely putting the team on his back here.
He is Max Verstappen, just absolutely zooming it.
Do.
As we do see the Mavericks here. It is still within 3. It is still technically winnable.
No, 100%. We still got full buys. They're still rocking an MP9. This is definitely... We can take this down. We can see some extra Counter-Strike tonight.
We could absolutely see some extra Counter-Strike tonight as Solo gets the challenge onto Deval.
Solo trying to keep that energy, pushing even further. Going for the weapon swap instead of reloading. Gets taken out as he tries to play off the flash.
Yeah, quick double there. Curie does go to watch the flank and does manage to get 1.
So it'll be interesting to see how the CTs possibly move here, because they did see bomb from that fight.
They did see bomb, and Ryder does catch the Mavericks off guard, but we will be able to get onto A site first and get the bomb down.
So it's making sure all of our util being used here.
Yep. Kareem deciding to hold site.
We'll see how this goes, because it feels like our holds have been very interesting. But hey, 2v1.
2v1, Willius does get the man from Boiler, so it is now all up to Mason. And Kareem does initially miss his shots. And it's now all up to George.
Sees him off the bomb, probably going to wait for another tap. He's going to smoke it off, it looks like, and gets the win. George able to win the round and keep the Mavs alive in this Inferno.
Yeah, goes for the aggressive play there. And we'll see what the Mavericks can do from this spot, as it is a forced buy. Well, no.
It's like a forced full again.
Yeah, it's a forced full kind of situation. See what...
One thing I am shocked about seeing right now is they're buying head armor.
That is interesting.
To where I feel like they could be saving money knowing that every person has AKs in the team side.
Yeah, but I think it's also just that case of you never know.
I guess.
To the end. But if we're winning those kinds of gunfights, then it does not matter. And with Solo and Curry's proficiency to hit heads so far tonight, even outside of Kareem's just general ability, the head armor makes no sense.
Right. It's not blocking much.
It is blocking about as much as people with their hands in COVID.
Or when it's not covering the nose.
Yeah, when it was a
Plays
chin
the
diver.
trade. Good spray here from Curie, taking sight. One left on the back. Does not check his CT. Able to get the trade. Make it a 2v1 for the Mavericks and make it 12-11.
As the Mavericks are clawing back, the cat has... the cat is not out of the bag just yet, but it is ready to pounce.
It's got its paws out.
It's got its paws out. The claws are scratching wildly, trying to find absolutely anyone.
Yeah.
On the outside.
I think so too. I think, especially because like barely any util for the CTs here, is a little bit of desperation.
Oh, absolutely. Complete desperation. Full buy still from the Mavericks. Full strength. A smoke and a flash there is all that remains. We'll see what they can do here for the side of RMU. This is the Mavericks' round to lose.
100%. So we'll see if we get some overtime action here on Inferno. Would be beautiful to see, especially with the Mavericks' momentum.
Yeah.
So feeling out this banana, one up close with an MP9 and gets taken out, Kareem. But 3 still on this B, so if they do execute this A, it'll be very interesting to see. George taking the insane headshot there on short.
But Bulik is still alive.
Yuri taking out Bulik.
Never mind.
And taking out, oh my gosh, Bilias with the headshot. Make it a 4v2.
4v2. Okay, this is overtime. This is the Maverick season. Inferno is now a complete 50-50. The cat has escaped, and you are not wrangling it.
100%. This is, I feel like the only team that could lose this is Falcons. For those who know.
Maybe Heroes back in the day.
Possibly.
You know.
Possibly. But Nico is not in this lobby, so Mavs close it out.
Nico's not in the lobby. Neither is Canadian.
True. Cadian.
Cadian.
Boo. He did win Pro League like that. Even though the announcers said he can't win Pro League like this. He did in fact.
He did in fact, and I feel like that is one of the fantastic things about what that roster used to be, is it didn't matter what happened.
No.
They would always still come out swinging.
Exactly. That heroic roster was something.
That heroic roster was my Roman Empire back in the day. Like, the amount of copium that was in that heroic roster was insane. As we do get a very aggressive Max 10 rush from Bilias.
And gets the pick before being traded out, making a 4v4. Op is going to get away.
Op
only tagged 8 HP. The fight in apps is going to go the way of RMU. So make it a 4v2.
4v2. But they do have info on where players are. They know where it's strong, and they can only be split 2-2 here. So if the Mavericks stack and play for picks, then we should be able to come out here. Util getting set up here as the Mavericks are going to push out onto this B site that does have a Torp holding it.
Depending on where this Molly lands could be huge for the Mavericks. Able to push him out, maybe an uncomfortable angle.
They're mollying close though.
Goes down. So one Church, Op misses his shot.
So the Mavericks can
one
push
backside
out.
gets the pick. They're choosing to chow the Op, and he goes down. One's going to be coming through Church quick, seeing if he can get the bomb down.
And
Gets the tap to see if anyone overextends. Seems to be nothing. Checking over his church box. Swings it. Loses the fight.
Kareem is wedged here. They
Here's
will hear the drop.
Banana player still choosing to play passive. Once again, probably just going to play for the sound cue of bomb trying to be planted. Oh, goes down. We get 1 round. In this overtime.
Very unfortunate there for the side of the Mavericks. Fortunately, since this is overtime, there isn't exactly economy issues.
No, not at all. That's why I'm still once again shocked to see head armor being bought here.
I think it's just being bought for the vibes.
I guess, but who knows? That $300, especially for like when you're buying your teammates op and whatnot.
Exactly. But you know, they are chilling, as you would say, as they are doing a apps clear here.
Chilling like villains, because we are rooting for the Mavericks after all.
Chilling like it is 3 months ago.
Possibly.
In Minnesota, as Bilius does take some pressure. It is a full stack outside.
Sees the jiggle. Gonna push up this contact. He's gonna hear the footsteps. Jumps up as he drops down. No picks done. Make that 2 picks for RMU. Able to get the trade and make it a 3v3. Able to flip this round on its head. Instant for the Mavericks. Here's the burn. Knows that there's one on their flank. Going to be keeping an eye out on that as he's wrapping their apps. Possibly going to do just a countdown like 1, 2, 3, and they all swing out.
See, it's not the case as Mason does go down split and Kareem
with the headshots.
That's the ult down of Crab as
and
well.
And through the box, Kareem. Making a statement here in overtime, shutting down that momentum, being like, hey, you guys got one on us, but we can do it right back.
Yeah. As we are so very far into the night, who do you think has had the better MVP songs?
Neither team, because they don't have Dash Star.
I still prefer Jericho's. The night mode rec pack.
Yeah, but like Easy Friends, classic. But I just love me some Dash Star. I got me a little stat track Dash Star. So a little bias there.
Look at Derek fanboying over here on the desk. As you should be.
I was like, I can tell you how many stat tracks I got on this as this round plays out.
Derek is, and I will 100% confirm this, has opened his CS inventory on the desk here. He is ready to flex, chat, in all conditions.
No, I don't want to be too humble. I want you to read this. How many MVPs are on that stat track?
1,015 on his stat track knock 2 dash star.
So a little bit of bias.
It is still a knock 2 music kit.
Exactly.
As we are getting a B execute here for the Mavericks. Cap does get Kareem, as Duval does get George. Cap gets a second, and the Mavericks are just falling. That off.
That off has been a nuisance this game. Swing out. Solo. Able to get the 1. See if he can repeat history here.
But 1 is coming up for the backstab.
I think it's 14-13.
Dahlia is just slamming her hands on the desk there as RMU once again takes the lead. It's a bit of a yo-yo effect here.
And that's Inferno for you.
It's Inferno and it's overtime Inferno.
Right. So we'll see if the Mavericks CT side is a little bit better than what we saw earlier.
We shall see what they can do as we are going the full distance and then some
100%
here tonight for the Mavericks, as Kareem has picked up an orb. He is playing short top mid, as there are 2 orbs on the map. We aren't seeing what we saw last week with a 4 orb buy.
I missed that. I missed that round.
I'm surprised we didn't do it at the end of Mirage last time round with
True.
how far ahead we were, as Kareem goes to clear his own smoke and nothing doing but chip damage on to the side of RMU, as the Mavericks are just kind of holding station here.
Not a bad idea, waiting for the T side to come to them. Molly gonna block off even more space as the smoke goes down, but I think the smoke might have been a little too deep that the Molly's still there.
I feel like they were trying to smoke off because they knew there was an AWP there, but I don't think they were expecting that Molly in response.
Right.
As the Mavericks are kind of just holding station.
Playing a boost here, which could be beneficial as the RMU is rotating through banana here. Possibly a B execute going to be quick here, as one does get seen. So definitely going to be seeing this B execute.
Yeah.
As the burns come in, as he tries to push through the Molly. Sprays coming in. Does not seem like much is connecting, but make it a 4v3 favor for the Mavericks.
4v3. They do get welcome. They do still have an AWP playing backside. Curie is trying to challenge it through the smoke with the spray on the M4, as Kareem is front-lining with the AWP. Trying to get some open AWP violence here.
100%. Make them fall. Falling like dominoes, picking up the AKs.
Double AWP. Curie and Kareem both AWPing.
Would love to see that.
That would be hilarious here, as the Mavericks do once again tie it up.
I do think, though, Curie keeping AK here, being the banana player, is smart here instead of an AWP.
Yeah, does favor him much, much more. He is also bringing in on the headgear, as are a couple of the Mavericks, which, you know, it is. They want their hats.
Exactly.
They're trying to stay protected. It is a
They're
very
just like
sunny
you.
Inferno.
They're just like you with rocking the hats.
Exactly. Trying to stay safe.
Exactly.
You know. So we'll see what they can do. It is a full investment here onto A, it seems, for the side of RMU.
No lurks even towards banana, trying to get a pick.
Ooh.
Kareem with the op, choosing to fall back, misses the follow-up, is able to get away with his life, as there's very heavy presence here towards Arches. If you pick Villius here, sprayed through, unable to get the pick. Is able to do a bit of damage as bomb is going to go down here.
Bomb has been planted.
Going to be a very hard retake for the Mavericks here, as it is not their favor. One in window.
That was Curie's gunfight to win, as George.
One peeks out through boiler.
And that is RMU taking the lead and going to match point here.
Mavericks backs against the wall, need to win this to push it to double overtime.
Double overtime, Inferno, map 2.
I don't think my heart can take that.
With the amount of caffeine I've had tonight, my heart definitely cannot take that. As we'll see. What round do you think we'll go to? I feel like we're going to spend the rest of the night here on Counter-Strike.
Only Inferno.
Only Inferno, exactly. We just we're going to buy one of the houses here.
100%.
And just spend the house with the kitchen.
Yeah.
All the way.
They even got a nice little painting in there.
They do indeed. It is quite nicely decorated. As we do. I feel like if Bilius got one pick there into App, that was a very different round there for the Mavericks. Good smoke, good Molly there from George. Gets one.
George getting his one teammate able to back him up, make it a 3v3.
It is an otherwise even trade, and it is full site control there for the side of RMU. Kareem does have an AWP, is unable to find anyone. We'll see what he can do. He does have support from behind him to go for, once again, a AWP push through Church.
Choosing to be loud, not being sneaky in the slightest here. Gets the pick, line up for solo. They get a 1v3, and they fall, going to double overtime, the Mavericks.
Yeah, I think the Mavericks agree.
Yeah.
I think the Mavericks agree. They want to buy one of the apartments here on the
I think so too. I think they're in here for the long haul.
We are absolutely 15 to 15. It is old school Counter-Strike overtime now.
100%.
As we are sticking here on the CTs for the Mavericks, seeing what they can do. Whew.
Dude, my heart can't take this.
My heart is getting up there. It is,
I think when I checked on our OT clinching round, I think I pushed a 123 heart.
I can feel myself getting into that 150 range as
Oh,
Kareem!
Kareem! With the headshot through the smoke, flipping the round on its head even this early.
And now pushing abs with an op.
He is feeling it. He wants this to be over.
He absolutely does, as we see.
And he walks right into his crosshair, making it even easier for him.
Gets the second. This is the Mavericks deciding that they want this to be done.
They want to go home.
They want to go home. They want to pack it in for the evening.
They just want to look forward to that grand finals.
They absolutely do, as it is all up to see what the Mavericks. Ryder does push up through.
Perfect
Solo
crosshair placement for Solo. Able to get that kick.
Does also continue the spray to see what he can do.
Gets
He
the
does.
jiggle. I think he saw both.
He did see both.
So I think we're going to see the RB players moving here. As that's the last. Crab in a very hard predicament here.
Yeah. He does still have a Molly if he needs it, but Bog is down top.
Beautiful flash coming from Curie. Not much you can do there when your screen is full light.
Absolutely not. Or with new, well, one of my favorite things to have is the black flash screen.
Yes.
Instead of the white flash screen. Because when you're playing games at 2 o'clock in the morning in a dark room, having a full white flash is
I was like, I choose to always have like lights on in my room, even like LEDs, like especially when it gets late at night. So there's never too big of a light imbalance.
I did have the fairy light strip around, but my lights have started to die. So it is getting darker and darker by the
Molly,
day.
make it 2 for Curie. Go for 3, and he gets the 3rd. Curie, he's sick of this.
Yeah.
He wants to be done.
Curie wants to go home. George going up for the boost. He might have been spotted, but they do know where the last 2 players are, and you do have one of the Mavericks slowly moving his way, not deciding to push to mid as Kareem gets Crab.
Make it up, Kareem getting the headshots, just telling him to sit.
Kareem's deciding that this map is done, folks, as the Mavericks take a 2-round overtime lead, as we just need to hold it now.
100%. If they can go flawless on the CT side, I think the cat
If they
might
go
be
flawless on
silenced.
the CT side, we win this. 100%.
I believe so.
100% without the shadow of a doubt, as the Mavericks here have flipped the table.
100%. The game is on its head. Everything is just all wonky right now as Kareem able to get the way over aggressive walking through the smoke. So as all players are currently lurking in this mid, we'll see what can go down as it looks like some are choosing to maybe... Nope, looks like a full commit here through the mid and one kind of feeling out apps. Seeing what kind of split can be done here from RMU. But a nade is going to blow open the smoke for Kareem. A little too deep and just barely missing as one's going to be pushing him here. And he gets the pick!
How is Kareem alive as he gets traded by Mason? It is a 3v2 here for the side of the Mavericks, as Bomb doesn't really know what it wants to do as it starts to push up through. Banana wins the fight onto George, as it is now a 2v2. Bilius and Curie facing off against RMU.
Gonna see the util go down here, so we'll be seeing that number 2 player slowly coming through Banana as the flash is gonna go out. It's gonna be this could decide the round. This fight right here. Mason with the crosshair placement, the timing, able to take him out. So only armed with a frag and a smoke. We'll see how this round can go out.
Lee Smokes is making noise, going for the church challenge. Can Bilius get the first?
Gets him with his
Catches him with
util
the
out,
util out.
but is unable to get Mason as he pushes the site.
That was very, very close there for the Mavericks. Just barely unlucky as RMU keeps it within one as we do swap back.
But Mavs only needing 2 on this T side to close it out.
It just takes 2. We'll see what the Mavericks can do as Crab is opting back for the AWP. Probably going to play around Church on B side once again. It looks like that is where he is aiming. As the Mavericks, no AWP in sight, mind you. Just going for straight gunfights.
100%. So it takes 2 to be right. So we'll see if we can get these last 2, close out the night, go home and look forward to the grand finals.
I feel like we should have 100% counter on desk, and for every 100% you say over the course of like a stream, should be like a bits donation or something.
That or every time a skin is mentioned.
If that happens, both of our bank accounts would be broke
we're
by
done.
the end of the night. As the Mavericks here are trying to stack, it seems.
Yeah, they're a little too far back, getting a little bit lipped there from the building. Oh, they could have got a crazy timing on the op there. As Crab is hard scoping this, gets the bait out shot.
The jiggle peek working out there.
Oh,
for
if he
Solo.
wasn't crouched there, Solo could have gotten a nasty read there.
Yeah. You see Kareem now pushing out top mid. They do have control there of
45 seconds left in the round, and no bodies have fallen yet.
Kareem taking a small bit of damage as he pushes back into Boyd. Kareem
with
does
the
get
pick on
Mason
long.
though. 2 players left. Bulik is still playing in the exact same spot underneath the balcony that we've seen him play so much. Is he going to challenge Kareem? He does.
Kareem able to knock him down to 20. Both of the A players, or one of the A players fall. That is one of the B players falling. Left on site, checking the corners, able to get him down. And I feel like as soon as his bomb is planted, that's the round.
That is the round. It is a 3v1 here for the Mavericks. Duval has had an evening, but he's only 41 ADR with 1 kill at the moment. There is no way that he takes on 3 of the Mavericks' best and comes out on top here. He does have the AK in hand, trying to sneak through. See what he can do here. Does hear 1. Curie is pushing up aggressively.
Knife out. Not even worried about the people on site. Was maybe hoping for a ninja defuse there.
I feel like the fact that he ran straight through doesn't mean that he wasn't even going for the ninja. He just kind of accepted fate there.
Maybe.
As the Mavericks here are waiting to hopefully close it out.
Hopefully. Maybe little spoilers going on in the next one.
We are not entirely sure.
We could clip farm a pop-off here.
We could clip farm a pop-off as we are waiting for the Mavericks to push in. As no AWP once again for the side of the Mavericks, but Duval does take a lot of early damage. The Mavericks pushing through heavy onto Banana, 2-man push.
Oh! Crab with an
Curie.
insane headshot on the jump. As a little bit of confusion happening here on the hop-up.
George does get Ryder though on the other side of the map, so it is an even 4v4 as the Mavericks do equalize it out and kind of stall the round at the moment. Seeing what they can do. Crab is still holding top Banana. Actually, no, he's pushed down onto CT spawn, getting ready for that rotate, leaving his teammate alone. But the Mavericks here not committing just yet to the B side as there is an even trade once again on A. Bilius doing everything he can.
Through CT here. Possibly able to catch a few off guard as there's only 1 left on B. Kareem checking all of his corners, baits him out with the molly. Site is now empty as Bilias still with the lurk here in CT. Able to drop the op, spins around,
It is all up to
And
Bulik. He
Bulik
gets the one. Bomb is down from the
Picks up
Mavericks.
the AK. Bomb is down. This is RMU's round to lose.
It is their round to lose, as it is Kareem and Solo.
Corners, they know where he is. Knife out, not checking for the banana. Gets the kill on backside, but
But
instantly
Solo!
traded out by Solo.
Closes out the round and the evening for the Mavericks. A 2-0 overtime win.
Oh my gosh.
And that puts the Mavericks into grand finals for everything in the world. What was that?
Absolutely insane comeback from the Mavericks. My jaw is on the ground.
I need the glasses back. Guys, we're going to tilt the hat. That was absolutely ridiculous here from the side of the Mavericks. Whew.
I think that's some of the best Counter-Strike I've ever seen in my life.
That was the Counter-Strike of all Counter-Strike, ladies and gentlemen, for the Mavericks to close out 2-0. We are unfortunately going to have to leave it there because we do have some R6 coming up very quickly here
2 minutes
against TCU. A very, very quick changeover. Wow.
I am at a loss for words. For as much as we should be yapping in this post game, that was an absolute masterclass from the Mavericks.
Absolutely everything there was needed to happen. Everything that needed to happen did happen there.
The clutches, just everything was amazing.
Absolutely fantastic there for the Mavericks. It has been an absolute pleasure to cast this game with you on the desk, and it was everything we could have hoped for it to be there from
Absolute
the Mavericks.
cinema.
Ladies and gentlemen, in chat, do not go anywhere because like GPC, we will be back very soon with even more excitement for you. Stay tuned.
You stick around.